Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode. Well, not another episode. I've gotten way too deep into that series. But welcome to, what? Hold on 1 second. Yeah, what if, no, 50 U.S. states. The entire USA is now divided up once again. I have cities this time, and I'm way more understanding of other countries. Not much about this thing. But for the first event, we'll have war. Because what am I gonna do without war? We're gonna have a stronger country deciding to take out a weaker one, and that is Texas. Obviously, in Texas, they are simply put it as if the USA. Guess who? New Mexico. Actually, another one. And I don't think we're gonna be including this thing yet, but we will be including another country, which is sadly Arkansas. To yet. With this coming ahead, we have the red forces of Texas invading over into New Mexico. Yellow forces can invade into what was this again? Arkansas. Yeah, Arkansas. We have forces moving around. They can't get far enough into the country. How far they can go right now. Oh my god! Anyway, Arkansas is obliterated, and this leads to multiple countries outside of Arkansas getting involved. Okay, so we have Northern Arkansas joining in with allies. Yep, allies. They came in with two other countries. Pretty much what the event is. Anyway, we have other countries joining the war. I wonder who those are. What? Okay, it seems that, Texas is now in a predicament. Also, so is Missouri. They do state that they are only here for Arkansas, and somehow, as these guys aren't here for Missouri, they're here for Texas, which is 90x times stronger than paired up together. I don't know. Let's see how New Mexico's doing. Yeah, New Mexico died immediately. Can't be said for, Arkansas, which, that's me, know what, like these northern invaders. I know all these southern countries working together to annihilate too much of a realistic scenario. I can't just put my finger on what is realistic about this. Anyway, Texas will decide to make a agreement with these countries. If they manage to wipe out two of them in less than 2 days, they can grab some land still. And who would have knew when they got over the Mississippi? But they didn't wipe out Louisiana, except for an hour later. Their hopes are now filled, but let's just see what would happen if 1 hour passed. They would quickly lose said territory. They would lose this. Too big of a front. and Dallas and Houston would. But thankfully, it's when it is completed, and they'll be able to. So let's quickly do this peace treaty off camera. Okay, it seems that the peace treaty, when it's said and done, Texas gained a ton of land, but probably would have lost a lot of land if it didn't. And like, yeah, I'm gonna take over all of these guys. That would have been stupid. Anyway, we'll have a second war. Wanna know what it is? I'll show. Here we have a war. A war amongst, like, most people in the world. We're not gonna include all these countries in, like, the politics of this thing, but we're gonna have, it's gonna be named from memers and such as the Peopless War. I think you know what I mean. Anyway, one side has a lot of troops, other manpower. I think that's the same thing. We have a breakthrough in North Dakota. It's I don't know, but it's gonna lose a large portion of land, be kicked to only from Kansas, and 2 countries are gonna surrender after this event, which is why maybe we shouldn't be in this war. So now they surrender, and they seize. Why? Well, literally 10 months later, war, including its puppets and the remainder of the whole country. Anyway, this is seen as action, as it is not targeting just the blue team, but also the red team. But on the side of the red team, thanks to the fact that this monstrosity is doing this, and let's see the quick turning of this war. I'll see you in probably 30 minutes. Now, with the war escalating to this point, you might be asking yourself, what is this yellow side? It's only attacking the purples. And does Mexico have a fun time? As the Caribbean and a ton of Central America, as they all have one thing in common, hating Texas like every US does. You see how the tides turn. The red team and the blue team both have a bit of focus on Texas. It's a big concern, and this is the second USA war that I've had. Of these 2 northern countries pulling off their work, they focus on the 3rd biggest city area, and also taking out trees. As Texas is dealing with death itself, they lose all of this coastline to just be peaceful, as it did not mean part of it. All they came here for was to grab up Texas, so they're not actually at war with anyone. So, now let's move on north to these 2 sides. Pretty even. Something happens. A country will join the war that is unexpected and detrimental. Yeah, that looks like a pretty bad situation. It turns out the blue side was communist. And that I'll see you guys in the next one. I guess if you made it this far, like and subscribe. Bye.